Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of World Warrior, a real play RPG show where we play a campaign set in the Street Fighter universe using White Wolf's system from the early 90s and with players from all around the world, just like in the video games. I am Edu from Brazil, your game master or storyteller, and our players tonight are...
I'm the Overlord, also from Brazil, and I'll be playing Thylac as my previous games.
I'm Stiff Chocolate. I have an Italian name. My bloodline's Jamaican, and I live in the UK. And I'll be playing Gamo. Don't know.
And let's get to it. But before we do that, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Mr. Dark Zero, who left a comment on our podcast page. So thank you very much. He says he liked it. He's from a Mexican living in the United States. Even asked if maybe he could join one day. Maybe you can. But for now, I'm very happy to know that you are listening to us. So please continue. And we look forward to hear from you again. Now, boys. A lot of stuff changed, right? So, because here's the thing. There's some expansion books, right? That they released. And I decided, you know what? I think we're old enough to deal with expansion books. Nobody is a child here anymore, right? We can do that. If we put our heads together, we can deal with expansion books. So we got a bunch of new stuff with expansion books. So you all have brand new character sheets. A few things that I also decided to change are some house rules. So here's an important house rule that I decided to change. So now you can use your chi in defense to increase your block or your stamina. So someone is attacking you and let's say, you have 2 block, you can spend the chi and now you have 3 block. Or you can do that for your stamina, which is going to be especially useful not to be dizzy, for example. So that's just another way to use chi, which I think is fair. And so now the new abilities. Now the new stuff from the expansion books. I think the easiest one to see is there's a new technique called weapon. But that's not really universal. That's a specific weapon. So if you decide to put points there, you need to choose a specific weapon. It can be a gun, it can be a sword, it can be a nunchaku or whatever you want. So it's different for each specific weapon you have, and also some weapons do better with some specific fighting styles. And we have a bunch of new abilities. From Thylac we have instruction, which is used to be able to teach stuff. So if you have points in instruction, you can teach techniques to other players. You have manage, which is the ability to manage people's career. I actually have not a clue how we're going to use that anyways, but it's there, so it's there. We have searching. We're going to talk about that a little later because searching is a complicated one. Then we have new skills. We have bookie, which is now making bets. We have demolitions, which is making and disabling bombs. In general, we have disguise, which I think it's one of the coolest ones, one of the best additions. I know being able to do, if you get a lot of points, you're going to become someone like from, what's that Tom Cruise name? Mission Impossible, where they have those ridiculous magic masks that have no real application in real life, but that's what you get with a lot of points in disguise. Then we have publicist. Again, we need to think a little bit, how the hell is that going to be useful? I guess it would be useful for Yoonjung, or a YouTuber character from South Korea, but he hasn't been around lately. So, but maybe that's going to be something that he would like. We have repair. I think that's fairly obvious. Then we have new knowledges. We have cybernetics. Some of us might want to have some points in cybernetics. Maybe. We have finance. If you want to be a nerd, you can have finance. Or if you want to be even a bigger nerd, you can do law or linguistics. Now, this is a good one. Now, linguistics, it's going to be like that. So each point you have, it's an additional language. Now, I'm already giving everybody 2 languages. Your native language, your characters, and English. So if your character is born somewhere where they speak English, you chose wrong. You chose poorly. So you only get 1 language. But for example, Gamo speaks both Japanese and English. But if you want to speak more languages, you need to buy points in linguistics. And we have science, if you really, really want to be a big nerd. So that's about all the news we have. Now, for the first time on air, is anyone interested in using your experience points to buy stuff? Thylac has 8, because in this game, when you don't level up like achieving a certain number of experience points and then leveling up, you get experience points and you buy stuff with them. You can buy pretty much anything. You can buy new skills, you can buy new attributes, you can buy techniques, you can buy new combos, you can buy more health, pretty much anything you want. So does anyone want to buy anything? So Thylac has 8 experience points and Gamo has also 8 experience points.
You want to go first, Thylac?
I might want to buy some, but I don't remember the exact cost right now. But I think
that's why I am here.
I think I should.
What is what seems interesting to you?
Yeah, for Thylac, I think he really should have at least 1 point in disguise and cybernetics for his character.
Okay, so
but it's
disguise.
It's buying a new skill, so I'm not sure.
I'm gonna try to do Steve Chocolate's accent. Disguise, right? It's a new skill. That's a poor imitation.
Yeah. It's hard. It's a very distinct one.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it. So disguise is a new skill, a new ability, and a new ability costs you 3 points. So if you're gonna get 1 point in disguise, it will cost you 3, and you will have 5.
Okay.
Want to do that?
Yeah. Then I can get 1 in cybernetics as well, and then I will be with 2 experience points for the future.
Now, I do want to say that you talked to me about maybe changing your character a little bit, so you might want to do that. Just saying.
Yeah. I'm going to just stick with Thylac for a little more and see how he progresses.
So you want to get one in cybernetics as well?
Yeah, 1 in disguise and 1 in cybernetics. I think it's something that Thylac would have had from the start.
So those are 6 points. That leaves you with 2 points. That's not a lot. So I guess that's all you have for now.
Yep.
Gamo, do you want to buy something?
Of course, man. So how much is it to how's the experience works? Obviously free for an ability. How much is it for a social or a physical?
It depends if it's new or if you want to increase something. Just tell me what you want and I'll tell you how much.
What is it to increase a physical attribute?
Which one?
Let's say strength.
Because that's going to be very expensive. I'll tell you that already. So an attribute, its current rating times 4.
Its current rating times 4.
Yeah, so it's very expensive. So for example, your physical is currently 2, and it's 2 times 4 to increase 1. Right. So it costs all your 8 points.
Okay.
But you can do that because you have 8 points.
Course, yeah. And how much is it to
look at all those new abilities though? Oh yeah, man, Thylac, I'm gonna give you a chance not to buy those things if you want, because I need to talk to you guys about the searching thing. As I said, I was gonna talk about search. So now we have 3 things that look very similar. We have alertness, we have investigation, and we have searching. I was like thinking about that a lot because the books don't really do a good job of differentiating them. So it's really hard. So here's how it's going to be. So alertness is more like a passive skill, like when you're doing something and I'll ask.
Alertness is something like combat readiness in other games, in other RPGs.
Alertness is going to be like more of a passive skill. So you're doing something and I'm going to say, hey, roll on alertness to see if you notice something. Or maybe it can be an active skill if you want to say, oh, I'm going to enter this corridor, but I'm going to be looking to see if someone comes from one of the doors. Then I guess that would be an alertness.
Yeah, or like if you're actively standing guard somewhere, like I'll be standing guard on the door and checking if someone comes. That's an active alertness rule as well.
Yeah, so that would be alertness. Then we have investigation and searching. Now, searching is going to be like, so we're here and I need to find this this missing file, like we had it in the first adventure, these missing files, that's a searching technique. Also, searching is to hide. So, oh, I'm here and they're gonna come here for this gun and I need to hide the gun. That's a searching thing. Investigation is it's going to be more like a search when you also need to make conclusions. So let's say you enter somewhere and oh, there's someone dead there, and you need to look for something that could have been used as the weapon, as the crime weapon. So it's not just you need to think about what could have been the thing that they used. So if you're looking for something and you don't know what you're looking for, that's more of an investigation check. And investigation is also to study something. So let's say you're studying to be a doctor, for example, and you need to pass a very difficult test, and you're very nervous about it, and you need to study hard. That's going to be an investigation check.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, so with that knowledge, Thylac, do you want to change something?
It would have been nice for Thylac to have at least one more point in searching, but I think disguise and cybernetics are more important for him as a character right now. So I just need one more experience point, so I'll probably get searching next time then.
Okay, and just as a reminder, I give 2 experience points per episode. So each episode you come up with 2 experience points. So usually a game will give you anywhere from 6 to 8 or maybe 10 points depending on the size of the game. The manual says that I should give a max of 5 per game. So you guys are, I think you guys are getting a little more than the manual says, so that's good. So Gamo.
So how much is it to pay for a single point in an ability, of a new ability?
If it's a new one, it's only 3.
Right. And if it's one I'm already in?
Then it will cost current rating times 2.
Right. Damn, this is some expensive stuff. There's some interesting ones there, but you know what? I'm just gonna go for the physical right now. Because
okay, so you're gonna increase your strength.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, so that will be all your 8 experience points because it's current rating times 4. You have 2, so that's 8. So now we're done with that, and we can actually start the game, right?
Yep.
So here's the thing. So last time we saw those guys, Gamo was searching for someone to help him save Thylac. He found Bobby Bunyan. They joined forces. Then they were approached by a guy called Drake Donovan, and he had a big bodyguard, the Crusher, aka Carl Corcoran, and they sent you guys to save Thylac. You did. Then you came back, and then you had to do a job for Mr. Donovan, which was to destroy a Shadowloo base or something. You went there. There was some hostages that you couldn't save. Then Thylac went berserk, attacked everybody. You guys defeated Thylac. And then in the end, Drake Donovan and Carl took Thylac, and Bobby and Gamo, though upset, were forced to go away. So we pick it up a few months after that. Gamo has been searching for Thylac, searching for clues, and he ended up finding out about Thylac taking part in a tournament in Russia. So Gamo decided to also join that tournament in Russia because that was the closest he got to Thylac again. He knows he's going to be there. He knows that he just needs to win one fight, and then he will be in the next stage in the tournament, and he will be able to actually talk to Thylac. So we're going to start at a tournament match. Both of you guys have a match. Who wants to go first?
Thylac?
Sure, I can go first. No problem.
Okay, so Thylac, let's roll your... Again, we use initiative, which is not something that they have in the system because the system, how it was made, was supposed to have cars, and it's a whole big story. But we do things a little different. So we have initiative, which I use wits for initiative, and we actually add the results, though normally we just count successes, but in this specific case, we add the results. Otherwise, it would be very similar. Also, I wanted to say that this specific tournament, it's a very brutal and very illegal thing. It's like everything is permitted. You can do pretty much anything in the round. You can use any kind of weapons you want. You can go with a gun. You can go with a shotgun. The only thing you can't do is put the audience at risk. So you can't go with a bazooka because you're going to blow up people, or a grenade. But other than that, if you don't put the audience at risk, and there's like a bulletproof glass, if you don't put the audience at risk, you can do pretty much anything you want. You can go with animals, you can do robot suits, whatever you want. Also, I said in a few games, Street Fighters, guys like you are much higher than you normal athletes, so you can deal with that kind of stuff. It's not a big deal. Like a guy with a gun, it's just whatever. You don't care about that, unless it's a very skilled guy with a gun. But just a normal bank robber is no match for you. So Thylac, you're going to be first then. Why don't you tell us about Thylac, how he looks?
Okay, so since he's in a fighting stage and he doesn't really have to hide or anything, so Thylac is a kind of a regular height, not very bulky person. He has some strange facial features, and his hair is a bit longer, and he's got a bit of fur growing on his back with a striped pattern, and his right arm is completely cybernetic. Is visibly bigger than his left arm, and it's since he's exposed now for the fight, you can clearly see it's a cybernetic arm with his fingers have those little claws on them. And that's pretty much it, I guess, for Thylac's appearance. And his
Thylac is from Tasmania, isn't it?
Yes, from Tasmania.
They announce your country. So Thylac is fighting a guy from Italy. He's a guy wearing a black suit. He has a little gangster hat in his head and a blue tie, and has only one leather glove, black glove. And on the other hand, the left hand, he has one of those things that he used to punch. I forgot that, brass knuckles.
Yes.
A brass knuckle on his left hand, and the right hand, he doesn't appear to have anything, but he is wearing gloves, so you don't know. And I just rolled my initiative. I have 7 points.
Let me
What's your
roll
initiative?
mine as well. I have 15 points. Holy crap. That was a high roll.
So you're gonna go first, as usual. One rule that this tournament has is that it's a max of 10 rounds. So, and also in this game, I tell you guys the health bar of your opponent. Your opponent, who we're gonna say is called Maximiliano Pizzarolo. How about that? So Maximiliano Pizzarolo has 8 points of health. So you can go first, Thylac.
Okay, so let's see. I guess I'm going to approach him. Let's start it out with my basic combo right out of the bat. So I'm going to start the combo with a punch.
Okay, now if you remember to throw a punch, you use your dexterity plus your punch value, and you take out the opponent's block, which in this case is wonderful. Actually, it's kind of nice. It's 4.
Okay, so I'm going to roll mine. I got 7 is a success, or
anything 6 higher is a success, but that seems like an awful lot of dice, because you take out 4 dice.
Oh, I take out the dice. Okay, I thought he rolled the evasion.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, sorry.
No, he doesn't roll.
So it's 7 minus 4. Okay, now I'm rolling it right, and I got 2
And
successes.
remember. Okay, that worked. But just as a reminder, anytime you roll a die or many dice, you can add willpower. That will give you an automatic success already. Or you can add a chi, and that will give you an extra die. But you can add the chi later. Also, you can use the chi in a passive way, to block that kind of stuff, which he could have used, but he didn't. So you hit him. So now you're gonna go for damage. That's gonna be your strength plus your punch value minus his stamina, which is only 2. So 2 dice less. Also, it's raining here, and I hope that doesn't bother you guys listening to the podcast. I hope the rain is not too loud, but if it is, just pretend it's raining here at the tournament.
Yeah, I can hear. I can hear
it's raining in Russia, because it does rain in Russia. I know that. I researched.
I got 3 successes. Whoa, that was a nice punch you threw there.
That was 3 damage. Unless you want to add a chi to try to get an extra damage, if you want.
No, it's fine for now. I'm going to save my chi. It's just the first fight.
So he takes 3 damage. He goes to 5. And since you have a combo that starts with a punch, you can do your second attack. And this time, he does not get to block.
Yeah, so I am going to do the second attack, which is a spinning back fist. So I...
just tell me something. Is your combo a dizzy one? I don't think it is, right?
No, it is not.
Okay, so it doesn't count to dizzy. However, you do get dizzy when you take more damage than your stamina, and since his stamina is only 2, he is already going to be dizzy. But if you needed the combo, it wouldn't count, but he will this time.
Yeah, he got dizzy just from the first punch.
Yeah, you just went and just maybe your metal hand, or did you use your non-metal hand?
As soon as the fight started, I rushed through him and gave him a punch with the right cybernetic arm. So I hit him with that punch. Now I'm going to spin and hit him with the back of my left hand. So a punch linking onto a spinning back fist, and we'll see if that connects.
Okay, so that's a special maneuver. So that's going to be again your dexterity, and again your I think that's a punch maneuver, right? So that's going to be dexterity plus punch,
yes,
plus the speed bonus that you have in your technique, which could even be negative depending on the technique.
Yeah, it is negative. It has a -1 speed.
But he doesn't get to block, so...
So it's dexterity plus punch -1. And I got some failures there.
It wasn't good. That was a non-hit, but you can try a chi to save this.
Yeah, I'm going to use the chi and roll one more, and let's see what happens. Critical failure.
Oh, that did not work. So that botched.
Yeah.
So when you get more ones than successes, you botched. So he had 2 ones and 2 successes, so that was a 0. So that wasn't too bad. Then he added the cheat to get an extra die. He got a 1, so now he botched. And botch means that something bad happens.
Thank you.
So let's say that you spin to do that. And so you spin and you don't hit him, and you spin too fast, and you get dizzy during that. So that's pretty much going to negate...
It is raining in Russia, so it's slippery.
Yeah, so that's pretty much going to negate his dizzy turn. Because now it would be him and he would be dizzy. But then it's you and you were dizzy. So then it's him again. Now on the second round. So,
yeah, okay. So
it was kind of ridiculous. Just 2 dizzy guys on stage. And so the guy, he is like, very good, but not good enough. That's an Italian accent for you. And he takes his head off because the rain is just falling on top of his face now with the head. And well, he has so many special techniques. Like he has a 0, basically. So he's gonna run to you and try to grab you. Yeah, I guess he's gonna try to choke you. So grab is gonna be a dexterity plus grab minus your athletics. So for me, it's gonna be 4 dice. But your dexterity plus your athletics is probably even more than that, right?
Yeah, my dexterity plus my athletics is 8.
Okay, so
it is kind of the specialty of my character.
When you see yourself in a situation where you just can't roll any dice, I allow you to roll 1 die, and I call that a pity die. And when you are in a pity die situation, you cannot add chi or willpower, because just the fact that you are able to roll something, it should be good enough.
Yep.
So I'm just rolling 1. And I do hit you. So yeah, that's all I needed. So now for damage, it's going to be my strength plus my grab. So that'll be 5 dice minus your stamina, which is
5.
So I will add a willpower and a chi. Wait, your stamina is 5?
Yep. 5 stamina for dexterity.
Okay, so that means I am again on the pity die. So I can't add anything. So I'm just going to roll 1. And it doesn't do any damage. He grabs you and tries to choke you, but your skin is just too tough. And it doesn't hurt at all. So he eventually gives up. And it's you on the 3rd round.
Okay, so I just got away from his grab. So I'm going to turn around and do a claw slash with my cybernetic arms claws. And let's take a look at that. It is a +1 speed.
And his block is 4.
His block is 4, so it's 4 die to roll. Nice. Let's see, I got 2 successes. Okay.
Good enough. His stamina is at 2.
Okay, the claw slash is at +1 damage as well, so I'm going to roll an extra die of damage. So how much was his block again? Sorry.
No, now it's a stamina.
Yeah,
now
just,
it means
just
stamina.
a stamina, right? It's 2 stamina,
It's
right?
2.
Okay, so it's 3, 6, 7, 5 die. That's 5 dice. Da-da-dum. And I got 0 because I got 2 successes and 2
So
failures.
do you want to add a cheat and try to save that?
No. I am not going to botch again.
Ah, come on. YOLO. YOLO, man.
Oh, fuck it. Okay, at least I did not. Sorry for the bad word there. I did.
Yeah, I've been
I
watching
didn't
a lot
botch.
of Battlestar Galactica. Let me tell you something. I've been watching a lot of Battlestar Galactica. It's an old series, but I just now decided to watch it, and I watched the whole thing. And they don't say that word. They say frack. And it was annoying me that they always say frack. But I got used to it by now. So frack.
Frack. So yeah,
I'm not
no
saying
damage.
frack, just letting everybody know.
So that was a no-no for you?
Yep, no damage. I connected, but
Okay.
no damage.
You tried to do what?
A claw slash.
forgot. The
Yeah,
claw
it
slash.
was a claw slash.
Yeah, so he kind of dodged at the last second, and you cut up his tie. His beautiful blue tie is in pieces now, but he was able to dodge the main attack, and he just decided that he's gonna kick you then, or not, because I just found out that he is not very good at kicking, so he's gonna punch you then, and it's gonna be 4 dice minus your dexterity plus block. Which I guess it's more than 4, isn't it?
Yeah, my dexterity plus block is 5.
Yeah, so pity die again. It does hit you though. And I'm pretty sure that your stamina is a lot, right? It's more than 5. No, it's 6 now. My attack is 6.
Oh yeah, my stamina is 5.
Great, so I'm not in the pity die. It's still 1 die, but now it's not the pity die. So I will add a chi and a willpower. So I'm gonna roll 2 die. And he will do 2 damage with the willpower. So he punches you right up your nose and says, "Give up! You were not strong enough." My accent changed a little bit.
Yeah, it went from an Italian to a Russian. He's getting infected by the Russian rain.
He's getting sick because of the rain. All the rain, he's getting sick, and then you can see that his throat is just. If you just wait a little bit, he wouldn't be able to fight tomorrow. He's gonna be way too sick. But for now, he punched you in the face, and so it's you on round 4. Remember, there's a 10-round max limit.
Okay, so I just cleaned the blood from my nose with my thumb, and I glare at him, and I just dash at him again without saying anything for another claw slash. So let's see if
Block 4.
it connects. If it actually damages him this time and not just his tie. So it's the same as last time. So it's 4 die. Okay, so I hit. I got 2 successes, 1 failure. So I managed to hit him, and
His stamina is 2.
I am going to use 1 willpower this time.
Okay, manning up, finally.
So at least 1 damage I'm going to do, and let's roll the rest of the damage.
You can still get a lot of 1s and do no damage.
I got 4 successes plus the the willpower, so it's 5 damage.
So you just stick your claw right in his chest and he falls to the ground immediately. He is KO'd. And the announcer says, knockout! And some people yell, kill him, kill him, kill him. I should say you are totally free. You are not under any mental control whatsoever. Just so you know.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just shake the blood out of my claws and turn around and leave the ring without saying anything.
And some guys come and pick him up, bring him outside. Then another fight happens with very unimportant people that are not on the podcast, so frack them. And then it's Gamo's turn. But before Gamo enters, a youngish guy, he wears very tight black pants, black leather pants. He's wielding a knife, and he has a very, I don't want to say gayish, I will say
flamboyant,
not very masculine t-shirt that has a very, very deep V that goes all the way to his belly button, and he has a red bandana. He looks very mean. And the announcer says that he is from England. And then Gamo enters. And how does Gamo look?
So, Gamo's looking immaculate. Beautiful face as per usual. His hair is really nice and long now. Up in the ponytail going down his back. And he's decided that he's turned up to the place in a big old white fluffy dressing gown. Obviously, beautiful hairless legs. He's been all shaven up and that, so you notice that straight away because it's just so you can just see how smooth it is. It's glistening. And yeah, he's got a bottle of vodka in his dressing gown pocket, and he's ready to fight.
Gamo is from Japan. Apparently this is going to be a very flamboyant fight. Is Gamo alone now? Because everything is free now. You can even bring your friend if you want.
Oh, I've got my guy, Mr. Thunder, innit? My hawk with me. And he's
okay,
cool.
So there's a hawk flying overhead in the arena. The arena is covered by some bulletproof glasses. She's sitting on top of the glass. And you can hear, Kaka, the new Samurai Shodown game looks great, Kaka. So let's roll a wits.
Wits, what we got?
And the guy that we're going to say his name is Brown got 3. So there's no way he's going to go first.
Right, so I've got to roll. Wait, how much do I have to roll? My wits is 3.
You roll your wits.
So 3d10, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely going first.
Okay, that's a whole lot. That's 25. So you're definitely gonna go first. So it's you first. Your opponent has 9 points of health.
Okay. I'm gonna just use this first turn to have a chat with him.
Oh, okay. What do you want to say?
I say, look, man, I'm here for a reason. And I don't want to body you too badly. In fact, I don't even want to hurt you at all. Right? If you just get up and walk out of the cage, yeah, and we're done. There's just no problems. There's no arms missing, no nothing. We'll just be cool. I'm just giving you this chance now, right? To just to walk away. I'll even buy you a drink. How's that? I will buy you a drink. Drinks on me. I got some drugger stuff.
Okay, let me tell you something. Do you look like mean when you say that? Do you look angry or just really
No,
calm?
I look calm. I'm calm.
So I guess that would be. I guess you can roll charisma. Man, what would that be? Because I don't know if that's intimidation, or is it? I guess it is intimidation. You don't need to do it to intimidate angry, right? So roll charisma intimidation to see if this has any results. And I guess he's gonna roll his. No, he's not gonna roll anything. He's gonna see your charisma. So that was a one success. So you see him look at the eagle, and then he looks at you, and he's a little unsure, and he's like, "You don't scare me." But you can kind of see that he is a little bit scared. So I'm gonna say that for this first round, his value that he needs to achieve is gonna be a 7 to do shit.
Oh.
So he's still gonna go attack you though. So he's coming to you with a knife. So that's gonna be a 5 dice minus your I guess a knife you need to dodge. So that's gonna be your dexterity plus your athletics.
So my dexterity.
No, you don't roll. You just
Oh
tell
right,
me.
my dexterity is 4 and my athletics is 3.
So again, I guess he's gonna go for the pity die then, and he does hit you. So you do get slashed. Let's see how badly. The strength is 3 plus another 2. That's 6. What's your stamina?
My stamina's only 1.
Oh, that is really your stamina is only 1. Oh man, that's gonna be bad for you. He's gonna, you know what? He's gonna add a chi and a willpower just because.
He's gonna add a chili just because.
And you take 1, 2, 3 damage, and you are dizzy.
3 damage?
He slashes you. Yeah, he slashes you.
What do you need to roll for that?
I know, because I got 3, and I got a 1, but I also used the
willpower.
willpower.
You used the willpower. Oh, right, okay.
So yeah. So he slashed you, so you got a pretty nasty slash on your chest, and then you jump backwards to avoid being fatal, and you just fell to the ground, hit your head, and you got dizzy for a moment. So second round, you lose your movement, and he's gonna come at you again. Same attack. So there will be a pity die to attack. Oh no, but you're dizzy. You can't block it. So yeah, that hits. And now for damage, it's only 1, so it's a 5. And you take 2 more damage on the second slash. So Brown again slashes you with the knife, and it's the third round. You just got up. You're very bloody now. You have 2 very nasty slashes on your chest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a second. I did say that. Oh, no, wait. Because I said that I was going to change something because I said that the difficulty was 7 on the first round, but he did get 7s. So never mind. So it's you on the third round.
Alright. Then I'm just gonna, I've had enough. Click the fists, and I'm gonna go in with a Thunder Strike.
Okay, do you wanna tell us about Thunder Strike again? I think I need to check this one because it's a little tricky. So Thunder Strike, that's actually an athletics technique. So it's a little tricky. So let's say that you're gonna roll your dexterity plus your athletics, and I'm gonna allow him to either block or dodge, I guess. Because that really goes against my normal plan if it's a punch. So since if it's an athletic techniques, I'm going to allow him to choose the better option, which is going to be block, so it's going to be a 3. So you do your dex plus your athletics minus 3 dice.
Right, so... There you go.
That's 7, it's 4 dice. No, I think you got it wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's dex plus athletics. Your dex is 4 and your athletics is 3, so it's a total of 7.
Okay. And you said minus 3.
Minus
Okay.
3, so it's 4 dice. Which is a good thing because you rolled badly before. Yeah, so that connects. Now let's do damage. Now damage is the thing because this thing does a lot of damage. And his stamina is only 2 again.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna roll for damage your strength, which you just got a little higher in the beginning of this game. Plus, well, here's the thing. It's not a punch thing. So I guess plus your athletics, I guess. Yeah, that's the athletics. So strength plus athletics plus 5 minus 2 dice. So that's going to be a lot of dice.
So 13 dice. Was that what I got altogether?
Let's see.
Was it?
Let's see. Your strength is 3 now, right?
Athletics is 3.
And your athletics is another 3, so that's 6.
Plus 5.
Then plus 5 is 11. Minus 2 is
minus
9.
2. Minus 2, okay. Right, so...
Unless you want to add a chi and willpower.
Yeah, you know what? I will add a chi and willpower. Just because he got on my nerves.
So the chi is an extra die, and the willpower is just an extra success.
Okay, so 10 of them. There we go.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes with your willpower. He goes from 9 to 3 health. Do you want to read the description of Thunderstrike?
Okay. So the description. No one said that Native American wrestling wasn't tough. Fighters like T-Hawk aren't opposed to a little full-body contact. A wrestler employing the Thunderstrike leaps right into his opponent, striking her with a shoulder, knee, or whatever. Usually the fighter sweeps his arms back as he jumps to emulate a bird of prey.
So he got knocked the hell out of, and he's fracking dizzy. This podcast is going to be all about fracks. So he's fracking dizzy, and it's the 4th turn. It's you again. Your opponent is dizzy.
Yeah, I'm just going to hit him with another Thunderstrike again.
Oh, wow. Okay. Go for it. He cannot use the block, so now it's straight up your dex plus your athletics. I don't think there's a bonus here.
But it's not minus 2 anymore, is it? So it's just 10 dice that I roll now. Yeah.
Yeah.
10 or 11? 3.
It's dex plus
11,
athletics.
And plus the 5.
No, the 5 is for damage.
Oh, right, okay.
First you need to hit. So it's 4 plus 3, so
right,
7.
Okay. Right. So first I need to hit. Alright, there you go. It's definitely a hit.
Yeah, so that hits. So now you do damage. He can use his 2 though. Okay. So it's
9.
Strength plus athletics. Yeah, we did that before, right? That's 9.
He's dead. He's not getting back up.
So he took 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he is totally KO. The announcer says, knockout! And again, some people cheer, kill him, kill him, kill him. And the Eagle is upset that he got to do nothing.
Alright, I'm going to send my Eagle in to just peck him out while he's on the floor.
The Eagle is like, Kaka, Sonia's face looks ugly, Mortal Kombat 11, Kaka!
The truth. The truth
it's
Hulk.
The truth Eagle.
It is a Hulk. Or was it an eagle? I don't remember anymore.
It's something along those lines.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Really knows.
He's the bird.
So,
he's the bird of truth.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Before we move forward, let's give some points for some stuff that happened during the fight, right? So Thylac, for winning a match, you got 1 point of glory. Did you get? Yeah, you got damage, right?
Yeah, I got damage. 2 damage.
Both of you guys with that. There's a thing here that I don't know if it counts, because there's a thing about people being dizzy, but you were dizzy at the same time, so I don't think that counts. So I guess you just get the point for winning the match. Just that 1 glory point. Now, Gamo, you got again 1 glory point for winning the match.
Yeah.
However, you stroke a dizzy opponent. That makes you lose 1 point of honor.
Right, okay.
And you also KO'd a dizzy opponent. That makes you lose 2 other points of honor, so you lose a total of 3 points of honor. But you do get another point of glory for KOing a dizzy opponent. Hey everyone, the Cammyplayer here, and we reached the end of this chapter in our Enemy of My Enemy adventure. I hope you guys had fun listening to this episode, and if you did, please take a moment to drop us a like and leave a comment below. We love to hear your opinions, so rest assured your message will be delivered. whether you listen to us on YouTube, Podbean, iTunes, or whatever other podcast service you prefer. If you want to get in touch with me directly, you can do so by Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook at Cammyplayer. Steve Chocolate, aka Gamo, can be found at his YouTube page, BossBrown, and Overlord, who plays Thylac, well, he's not currently too active online, so I guess your best bet for now is to leave us a comment and we'll make sure the message gets to him. Anyways, if you're a fan of our content, please share the show with your friends as this helps us tremendously. And do make sure to come back next week for another episode in this story arc. Until then.